This is Senzo Mcunu, a teacher turned politician who rose through the ranks of the African National Congress with a reputation for discipline, loyalty, and organization. Once seen as a trusted ally of Cyril Ramaphosa, his story shows both opportunities and the dangers of South African politics. Mcunu was born in 1958 in Hlabisa, KwaZulu-Natal. He first worked as a teacher before entering politics, building his influence step by step in the ANC. But unlike many of his comrades, he came from an academic background, bringing a sense of structure and discipline into his political career. In the early 1990s, Mcunu was deeply involved in KwaZulu-Natal politics, where tensions often ran high. By 2013, he became the premier of KwaZulu-Natal, taking over after Zweli Mkhize left the position. This role gave him real power, but it also exposed him to the brutal factional battles of the ANC politics. Mcunu's influence grew when he was appointed to national positions, including serving as Minister of Public Service and Administration, and later Minister of Water and Sanitation. At first, he was seen as a close ally of Jacob Zuma, but over time, he shifted his loyalty towards Cyril Ramaphosa, especially during the hotly contested ANC leadership race of 2017. That move won him a place in Ramaphosa's inner circle, but it also made him enemies among the Zuma supporters. Mcunu's career has not been free of controversy. He was accused of interfering in internal ANC structures, particularly in KwaZulu-Natal, where factional violence was on the rise. Questions were raised about his role in public sector corruption, especially in relations to water infrastructure projects. Critics argue that while he spoke of reform, he may have been caught up in the same networks of patronage that he once promised to fight. But despite all these challenges, Mcunu has held 4 cabinet portfolios, showing his adaptability and resilience. For years, he was described as a disciplined organizer, a reformist voice, and a bridge builder within the ANC. However, today his name is more often linked to factional battles and allegations of misconduct. Whether he will stage a comeback or fade into the backgrounds, it depends on how his current controversies unfold. So, how should history remember Senzo Mcunu? On one hand, he was the disciplined teacher who rose to the heights of national power, but on the other hand, he is accused of being part of the very system of corruption he once stood against. Is Senzo Mcunu a genuine reformer